I want to preface this video with a statement that preseason doesn't really mean that much. There's so much that goes into it and so many variables that it's really murky of what you can actually take away from it. However, I believe there are certain things you can point out in a player if you just look at them in a vacuum, and I wasn't even sure whether to make a video on this, but I did a poll and you guys really wanted one, and so I'm beyond excited to make it for you guys, as long as we're on the same page of what we're talking about here. So let's keep in mind, we're not projecting anything. What we're doing is going over what he did well and what he can work on. And so when we watch his second preseason game, we can keep some of these things in mind and know what to look for in terms of improvement, as Vrabel already said that we more than likely won't see him until the 2023 season, barring injury. So let's go over the good and bad of Malik Willis's first preseason game, and we're going to start out with some things that I think he could work on and finish off on a positive note where he really showed flashes of why the Titans drafted him and why he's such an interesting prospect. So let's get right into it. So overall, I would say Malik Willis had a very good first showing as a Tennessee Titan, but we still saw some few distinct things that made him look like a raw college prospect instead of an NFL-ready guy. And a play like this is just an example of it. So on the snap of the ball, the middle linebacker for the Ravens is going to come on the blitz. And I believe Malik Willis saw this right off the bat, but he should know that he has a receiver that's filling space when space is being vacated, and this is where his eye should be going. So as everyone starts clearing out, he's going to be seeing the back of a lot of jerseys, and this is going to clear wide open. But as this play goes on, he starts to look to his left, and then he sees his running back kind of get blown up right in front of him, but he also sees his receiver creating separation. But what he does at a critical moment right here is his eyes go down. He looks at the pocket to see what's going on, and he looks for an escape route. This just tells me that he still trusts his legs more than what he's seeing downfield, whereas this is a wide open throw that he should be making right now. And this is why quarterbacks drill this over and over. It's not just for fun, but what they do is they try and get a feel for the pocket so you don't have to look at it. What Malik Willis should feel is he should see with his eyes that he has the time to throw it right now and rip it over the middle of the field to 85. But he rolls out, he escapes with his legs because he trusts it more. He ends up throwing it away, but taking an unnecessary hit, and this is part of the reason Vrabel didn't like him using his legs as much. And this play is very similar to the one we just saw. We have another over route over the middle of the field. Ravens are bringing 5 again. And this is just where we start to see the difference between NFL and college. This time from under center, he takes his drop back. And as he's getting in, this ball needs to be released right now. We see him start to pat the ball to throw it, and we know he feels this pressure right now, which is a good thing. But he knows he needs to have the time to throw this ball right here because in the NFL, that's going to be open. He has the separation. If you throw with anticipation, you can hit him even if he has a step, because this is not open in college. But in the NFL, you have to be able to make throws like these. But he second guesses himself. He doesn't pull the trigger on it, but I will say he doesn't throw an interception. He doesn't fumble the ball. It's a sack. I'm not going to hold too much against him, but again, these are the things we're looking for improvement. It was when he sees it look like this, just be able to throw it if you feel the pressure coming on and you know you can make a throw with your ability. And this is a time where I really wish we had the all-22 so we could see what's going down the field, but we will for the regular season, which is a good thing. But he does an excellent job right here as there's a Ravens player right in his face immediately, evading it. But now, critical moment again. And I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I don't think Vrabel would say what he did if it wasn't for this. But this pocket is still here waiting for you. You did a great job evading the initial pressure, but you can step up in the pocket, get your feet set again, and make a throw downfield. Immediately when he feels this pressure, he becomes a runner, and this is what he does. And it's not like there's a negative on this play because he picks up yards, but this is what Vrabel's saying. He says, Malik, I know you can run the ball. I know you're a special athlete. I want to see you step up in the pocket and throw the ball so I can trust you in all aspects of the game. So again, a lot of good things. Great initial drop back, does a great job making the defender miss, but right now, step back up in the pocket and make the throw. Maybe everyone was completely covered downfield. I don't know. We'll see when the all-22 comes out. And a lot of these things can seem very nitpicky, and that's because they are. We're not going to see him in the 2022 season, so we really have to take a lot into these games and look for improvement. Like right here, he's doing a great job sitting in the pocket, and then he gets the pressure right in his face. He's able to escape it, but boom, the ball goes right under his arm, and now the only threat he is to the defense is as a runner. And 3rd and 14, a lot of things can happen. When he puts the ball under, he's still a good 8-9 yards away from the first down line, Put two hands on the ball, put it right by your ear, and make the defenders choose to whether either to come up to get you and then you can hit them, or make them stay on their guy for another 1 to 2 seconds as you attack the line of scrimmage, and maybe you can pick up this first down with your legs. So it's not the biggest deal in the world, but these are just the small things I want to look out for when Malik Willis breaks the pocket next time. I bet a big coaching point for him will to be remain a dual threat quarterback, because that's what you are. Don't limit yourself to just being a runner. And this is why the critiques I'm making of Malik Willis are very specific to him, because we don't know who any of these players on the Ravens defense is, and that's why there's only so much you can take. But we can look at his process ability and his specific traits or bad habits that he needs to get rid of. But on this play, the Tennessee Titans are going to be running a go, and then they're going to place the space with a speed out. So what Malik Willis does a really good job of pre-snap is seeing that the corner has outside leverage on this guy, so this is going to be where he wants to go with the ball pre-snap. But things change, and on the snap of the ball, the defensive back is extremely aggressive coming downhill, and now the inside leverage he once had is kind of irrelevant, and you have a guy falling at your feet. So right now, this ball either needs to come out right now where you have amazing anticipation, or you just need to probably take the sack on this play. He throws it. The play's kind of doomed from the start. The receiver falls, wasn't picked off, could have been a pick six, but again, he did a great job reading pre-snap. But you kind of need to eat the bullet on this play. If your offensive lineman is just going to get chucked to the ground like that and he's going to be at your feet, you can probably just take the sack. This isn't going to be open, especially when you're throwing to the outside of the field and the DB's already in front of your receiver. And the last play we're going to look at, this is in the 2-minute drill, 1st and 10, immediate pressure from the outside. He feels it immediately, rolls out to his right. Everything's great so far. Throw it away. Throw it away, throw it away, throw it away. What you can't do is, what is he turning into right now? If he gets past his first guy, there's another 2, 3, 4 guys. He's going to take the sack, lose yard, team has to burn a timeout. But again, this is a week 1 preseason rookie mistake, not the end of the world. But enough with the negativity. Let's look at some of the great things that Malik Willis was able to do in this game. And I'm sure if you have Twitter or just a phone in general or care about the NFL, you've seen this play. And immediately it's going to be a rollout to the right. And these are the plays that they drafted him for that Ryan Tannehill can't make. The Ravens do an excellent job walling this off. And it's hard to see, but if this guy isn't open immediately right now, this play is just going to be dead. Ryan Tannehill is going to be throwing it out of bounds. But Malik Willis right now taking a little peep, sees Kyle Hamilton screaming off the edge. Incredibly athletic and long, lengthy safety that I'm very high on. And he makes him completely miss. He outranges him, can't get a hand on him, and Malik Willis takes it to the outside. And as we all know, he goes on to score on this play. Super impressive. And if this is the element that can be added to the Titans offense and he can start to fix some of the things that we just talked about, this offense could be scary and one of the more exciting teams to watch in the NFL. But the other reason the Titans got Malik Willis is because he has a massive arm. And again, doing all the other small things right this time, steps up in the pocket, feels the pressure, keeps a good base, and lets it rip. As you notice, there's a wide open guy underneath. But the same reason that Dan Orlovsky asked Matthew Stafford, why didn't you throw that ball? And Matthew Stafford told Dan Orlovsky, because I can make this throw and you can't. And this was an absolute beauty for Malik Willis. And this is going to open up the Titans playbook so much because it really only looks like he put 50% on this throw. Super well placed, just an all-around great play. And his next throwing attempt, there's again some good, some bad, but I want to challenge you guys to go out in your backyard, grab a tennis ball, grab a baseball, grab a Nerf football, try and make a throw like this. Jumping to your left off your front foot with a guy standing in front of you, get around him and have perfect accuracy on it. Now, could Ryan Tannehill make this throw? Absolutely. He'd probably just bloop it over the top. But this makes me think of all the possibilities with all the quarterbacks we see in the NFL that can throw off of any platform and any arm angle. And Malik Willis showed right here that he's able to make throws like this. Did he need to? Maybe not, but he showed that he absolutely can. And this is, this play is ridiculous. I'm not often blown away by throws. I know I could not even come close to making that throw, even if I had a Nerf football. And so there was definitely a lot of really small things we could critique and also some wow outstanding things. But right here, this is what I think my favorite play from Malik Willis was. 2nd and 8, nothing special, really good pocket presence, steps up, goes through his progression, probably hits his 3rd or 4th guy right here on a check down. You know why I like this so much is because this is exactly what Vrabel wanted from Malik Willis. Because Vrabel knows if he can sit in the pocket and go through 3-4 progressions and make the smart play and hit his check down, and when all hell breaks loose, he can throw it from any platform, any arm angle, and run people over, around people, up the sideline for insane touchdowns, this is when the Titans offense becomes scarier than ever, and this is what Vrabel wants. So at the end of the day, it was a preseason game. However, I am really excited that we get the chance to talk about him because we won't see him play until next season. That's why I'm not going to be making a Trayvon Walker, Aiden Hutchinson, or any other draft pick preseason video that I believe we should see 17 meaningful games from. And honestly, as of now, Malik might be the only one I make a preseason video on. But if you do want to see more of these breakdowns from the preseason, it was a ton of fun to make, so let me know if you think of any players you would like to see. And with that being said, make sure to like this video if you like videos like these. Comment down below what you thought about Malik Willis' first preseason game, and like I said, any other player that you'd want me to go over. And as always, make sure to subscribe if you enjoy daily sports content. Thank you guys all so much for watching, but that's going to be it for me today. But as always, I will see you all tomorrow. Peace!